Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Turner Fan 77. Thank you for joining me tonight and for issue 9 of Comic Talk. And tonight we have a special guest, Alex from Geeks and Flix. You know him as a movie guy, statue guy, but he also likes comics. So let's just bring him in and get the show started. Hey, what's going on, Alex?
What's up?
Got you mid-drink.
Mid-drink. I love it with my Huff and Puff mug.
How you doing today?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing pretty good. We already got some people in the chat, so I'm gonna hit them people up. We got
hit them in the face.
GA saying
Jay's
what's
in
up.
The house.
Oh, he says don't forget May 6th. It's free comic book day. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Ben Buster's here. That's right, Jay. It's Saturday. Robert makes the cut. You, Michael, what's up?
Mike's.
GA again. Hey, what's up, Harrison? How you doing?
Harry.
Everybody's saying to each other. So,
what's up? What up?
We got a nice crowd here tonight. We're just gonna jump right into this because we got a few questions. I want to pick Alex's brain about some comic books.
Pick.
Hold on, we got one more from Robert.
Yo.
So, Alex, what was your first comic you remember reading?
My first comic, which I do own. I didn't bring it out. I still own it, and it's horrible. Like I'm gonna bring it out so I can send you the text so you can start laughing. It's horrible. I never treated my stuff good.
It doesn't matter. Comics are meant to be read.
Oh yeah, that's where I started to learn how to like collect, right, with the comics. But then even growing up, because my parents got me the Ghostbuster figures, so that's where my love for like getting all the physical objects. But comics, to me, I infuse both because it's kind of the same, right? You collect the comics, you collect the toys, you collect whatever statues. It was Robin 3000 because I had to look it up, the cover, and in those special covers. Robin 3000, that was a hologram cover. Because that's also my friend Marcus. One of my friends, and I grew up with him. He's a big comic book collector. And maybe I'll get you in touch with him because he collects. Like, he has the first Deadpool, the first Miles Morales, like all those comics. So, like, he's a big comic book dude. He should be. Maybe he might pop up or something. But we were talking about it. He goes, that's a shit comic. And I was like, dude, I don't even remember it. I remember that was my first one because I remember buying it. It was like $5 or $6 at the time. So I was like, oh my God, because they had the special hologram and it was Robin. So I was like, this is cool. But other than that, from there, it just spawned to DC. Like, if you ask me Marvel, I never read like a Marvel.
As you got a Marvel shirt on.
Which this was a gift. Because I don't want people to be like, oh my God, I'm not a Marvel dude. I don't have Marvel t-shirts. This is the only one I got. And this was a gift from, I think, my sister-in-law. Because she was like, oh, Spider-Man is Spanish. I was like, well, technically Spanish and black. So I was like, well, all right. I was like, it's cool. I was like, I'll give it to him because I think he's Puerto Rican in the comics.
Yeah.
Right?
I think love Miles is my guy.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people said that, but yeah, so she got me. Sure. That's all right. Thank you so much. I was like, thanks. But yeah. I don't say no to t-shirts. I love my graphic tees. But trust me, you're never gonna see me run to a store, grab a X-Men shirt over like a DC shirt, like so. Yeah. But yeah, that's my first comic.
I don't remember Robin 3000. Fill me in. Do you remember what?
I don't remember. I'm gonna read it because now that we have the digital stuff, I might go back and read it just to be like, okay,
look it up.
Huh? Yeah, it's it's funny. Ben Buster read it because he says, I remember Robin 3000. I still have those, and mine's already in good condition. No one is. No one's good. Yeah. I mean, like, let's really think about it. Let's say you had a Superman #1 or Batman or even Captain America #1. Your shit is not going to be in mint condition unless you read it or whatever. Like, back in the days, no one ever thought of mint condition. Like, I never thought of that, especially baseball cards and basketball cards. And now it's a big craze. You have to have it super mint. And,
we got to get it graded. I'm not a graded person.
You're not graded?
I don't like graded stuff. I dabbled in graded comics a while back. I didn't like it. Just a preference I had. Hey, what's up, Del? Thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's up, Del? I like printed on comic books that I enjoy reading. Like for instance, I would love to own a Batman #1. Like, I don't care what edition. It could be someone shitted on it and they put a 1 out of 10 on the graded paper, right? Like, I don't care. Like, it could be whoever wiped their ass with it. But I would love to have an actual authentic Batman #1 on my wall. Going, yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, like, why not?
I think what would I want?
Yeah, what would you want?
I think I would go with X-Men #1.
X-Men? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be for me.
I like that. I mean, there was I forgot where. I think there's a video floating around where a guy opened up I think it's like the first appearance of Thor or something like that, and Stanley, he ripped open the graded comics so Stanley could sign it, and then he had it regraded there. I mean, because you know how they have this
the
live there. So they had them there, and then they ripped open the whole thing, and then he signed the comic, and then they redid it with his autograph. So I thought that was, again, depends which way you go, right? In terms of collecting. But yeah, that's where my love for collecting and comics and all that stuff come from. And watching Batman 66. I mean, let's not take away the TV shows. Growing up, to me, Batman 64 is what kicked it off. So, yeah.
As someone, Michael says, as someone that only knows enough about comics to sound like an idiot, I love all the discussion you get into this show, Rich. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to jump right into question number 2.
Jump right in.
What is your favorite character and why? I already know this answer, but I would like to know the reason why.
Okay. So my favorite character, of course, is Batman. And why? You know, I guess it's because he's human. Like, to me, like, I mean, yes, I know people that are huge Superman, whatever, you know, right? Green Lantern, all that stuff. Which is funny. I never read much of Green. I mean, you talked about it. I don't read much of whatever. It's only Batman, like, for me. So anyway, in terms of Batman, for me, I love the fact that he's a human. And I know they have new stories now that it's all different, right? There's different variations of the Bat, right? He has powers, he don't have powers, he has all this crap. But in terms of Batman, I think I like the fact that it gives you hope that you could do anything. Like, Batman gives you that hope. I was like, you know what? I could have a body like Batman because guess what? He's a human. Like, he's not an alien that could lift up a building, right? This dude had to work to get his physique. He had to learn the knowledge to become a detective. He had to become a scientist to learn about how to do all these stupid experiments to catch these guys. And I loved it. That's what gravitated me to the character. It's like, you know, I could be Batman. Like, and that's the hope, right? Like, yeah, you read these comics, you watch the movies to escape the reality. But in reality, too, you're putting yourself in the shoe. Like, man, if I was Batman, what can I do? I'm a billionaire. I'm saving Gotham, you know? And when you play video games, it's the same thing, right? You're like, I'm Batman. I'm gonna get to beat someone's ass. Like, this is so cool. And I guess that's why I gravitate more to Batman, because I love the element of human. Same as Tony Stark's. If I had to go Marvel, I would go the Tony Stark's route because he's just a basic dude in a suit.
The cocky dude.
Cocky, yeah. I mean, arrogant, you know, whatever you want to call it, playboy. But still, he's a human dude.
Yeah.
But I kind of like Logan. Like, I love Wolverine because he's a human, but he did this experiment. He got the adamantium, and he's just an angry dude all the time. And I love that. Like, I love characters like that. Like that always has an attitude, because there's always something that would bring them back to reality. Yes, exactly. You can always be a good guy, right? So, like, that's why I kind of like the Logan in the Marvel world and stuff, and just for me, I just love the Batman. So
Nate, I'm a human too.
He's human too.
I am not an animal.
He's not an animal. He's talking about the penguin. That's the penguin line.
Oh,
remember when he tells different? I know, Nate.
You see, you said that about that's. I think Spider-Man hits so big with people because he puts on a mask, and he can be anybody. He can be black, white, Chinese, whatever race. And I think that's another reason why Miles clicked with so many people, because he's the first mixed Spider-Man, and I absolutely loved it. I remember reading that comic, and I fell in love with this character. I don't think I've ever connected with the character like I did. with Miles. I love that character so much. I named my son Miles.
Is it because he's Spanish? I just want to know. It's no jokes aside. No jokes aside. Is it because he's Spanish? Like a Spanish? That's what I'm saying. Like what I was telling you offline. I think I'm gonna gravitate more to this Supergirl is because Supergirl is played by a Spanish girl. Like it's not the typical, Supergirl that we know. It's a Spanish girl playing Supergirl. And I think for me, that since my daughter's named after the character, like I was telling you, I think that's a cool statue to have in my collection because of my daughter. So I kind of like that element. And Batman's the same thing too. I mean, they just got Lucius Fox's son, Tim. I think it's called Tim Fox to play Batman. So you got the first, you got the first black Batman, right? And then in terms of Spanish, there's no Spanish one yet. I don't think there is.
No,
in terms of
we have a Spanish Wonder Woman. I can't, Yolanda. Yeah, I don't remember. I can't say her name. But yeah, she's a
Yolanda.
You're something like that.
Really? Oh, that's mad Spanish. Yolanda.
And then Michael says, "I love Kick-Ass because of the human element."
Yeah. Kick-Ass. Yeah,
that's very human.
Very, very human.
Yeah,
that's if someone's El Batman. Yeah.
Great answer, but everybody loves Batman. Most people.
Everybody loves it. Well, everyone likes it because of he just beats ass.
Yeah.
Like there's no. I mean, he doesn't kill. Blah 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 blah. Which, let's just get to the point with this whole stupid no kill business. I could give two shits. He could kill 20,000 people in the movies as long as they look good. That's all I care about. One more. I mean, I don't know how many people like. I hate that argument. But Batman don't kill in the comics. Then you write the script where Batman cannot kill during a sequence like this because there's none. You're bringing that comic to life. You can't tell me all these sequences. It just annoys me, the whole argument with that shit. It's just so dumb.
Would I like a Batman that kills? That's a tough. I mean, would I be against it? No, because I mean, if you're fighting the Joker and he's got a gun to some kid's head and you got to choose,
right?
You're going to choose to kill the Joker. There's no ifs and no buts.
Yeah, but a lot of people have, like, for instance, where Ben Affleck, remember when he was going to steal the kryptonite, and they had a car chase, which was an awesome car chase.
Oh, that was awesome.
And he's shooting them with the 50 calibers and he's destroying them and he's grappling hook and throwing them all over the place. He's like, Batman would never do that.
Who cares?
I said, you get it. That's what I'm saying. It's a box office movie. Like, who cares? Like,
it's a different medium.
Yeah, it's a very different medium. It's like gun ho. Like, jeez. Like, you think Captain America is not breaking people's necks when he hits them with the shield in the movies? The dude is throwing full force to bounce off of stuff. You're dead, bro.
And Harrison, you're absolutely right. He did carry that. A lot of people don't know that.
1940.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, I don't know. Michael Keaton kills. I mean, we resaw them, me and Nate. So I was like, all those Batmans kill. So
Batman Azteca is as close as we got to a Latin Batman.
Okay.
Wasn't he part of Batman Inc.? I might be wrong about that.
Could be. I don't.
Yeah. So question number 3, Alex.
Yeah.
What is your favorite storyline?
I kind of. It's funny. We covered the Night of Owls, right? That's one of my favorites, but I think for me, the Paradox. Flash Paradox.
Flash Paradox?
Yeah.
Flashpoint. Yes.
I mean, sorry, Flashpoint. I mean, the cartoon.
The Paradox for the movie.
Yeah. But the Flashpoint, I think to me is one of the best ones. Because that's the first time that when you read it, I was like, holy shit, they brought back Batman's dad as Batman, but he's like the angry shooting dudes with guns. And it's like the opposite of what Batman is in the present time. So I love that. And I thought in every character that Flash went back to, they were the opposite of each other. They were, they were killing, and Aquaman's banging Wonder Woman, and then they went at each other. And I kind of like that. I thought it was.
And I like that Martha was the Joker. I really dug that. And they actually went back to that in the new Flashpoint miniseries they're doing, and I really like that they went to that. So what else do you like about Flashpoint?
Well, I like all of that. I think all those storylines fit so much. I don't know. See, like to me, I just love how they reboots everything. And it tells like Flash, like, you know, you can't always go through time to save people. Like, because you're gonna alter time and destroy it. And that's the thing I always hated about the CW TV show. My man was going back through time to change everything within
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like every season he was going back to change time. And I was like, dude, you can't just keep doing this. Like, so like for me, it's just I like that storyline a lot, and I love the Night of Owls storyline. I think those are pretty good up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with the Court of Owls. I love that story. I think it's probably one of my favorite Batman stories.
Yeah.
And I also love Blackest Night, Green Lantern. That's an
You told me that. I gotta read those.
That's
I gotta read it.
Storyline that goes through a long. It probably spans a couple years, 3 years.
Well, I want to ask you this. I mean, I know you're interviewing me and stuff, but
yeah.
I mean, I always host, so I always have that host mentality when I ask back. But what about Green Lantern that you like? Like, I mean, I know because every time me and you talk about it, you get very excited and very like you get it like how I talk Star Trek, where we get all happy and stuff. Like, what about Green Lantern that you like so much?
I can never finger it, put my finger on it. But I love that it's just he can create anything with his mind. You know, look at Jon Stewart. His is all like mechanical. Kyle Rayner is all artistic. It's all and then Hal Jordan is just all bombastic with big guns and stuff like that. I love the bad guy of Sinestro. I love the whole Yellow Lantern Corps. The Red Lanterns, I like those. The Black Lanterns, I really like those. And if you guys haven't read Blackest Night, that is a series, a storyline you absolutely have to check out, because I want to say it spans like 4 years, 3 or 4 years. That's that long of a story, and it ends with Blackest Night. Starts in Green Lantern #1, runs all the way through that into the end of Blackest Night.
Now, question now, is that New 52?
No,
so this is original #1.
Oh no, it starts
like what timeline?
It starts with Green Lantern Rebirth. It starts.
Gotcha. There you go.
And then works through the relaunch of Green Lantern all the way through the end of that run of that series. It's fantastic. Yeah. Definitely worth reading. Let me check out some more comments. Aquaman is like, I rule the ocean. I'm richer than Wayne and Luther. I am a king. Boom. All the
women. He said boom.
If you had to, well, I kind of know what this answer is going to be. If you had to pick one publisher to read, which one would it be?
Oh, I mean, DC. Yeah. And this is why, to me, I mean, everybody has their different takes on publishers and what's what.
Yeah.
I like the way DC writes. It's more darker for me, depending on the character, because some characters are light or whatever, but they still psychologically, mentally unstable villains. And that's what I kind of like. Whereas Marvel is totally different. Is kind of, again, I don't read Marvel, but from the movies and the way they film these movies is not something I know I would read. Like I wouldn't give to credit, except the Hulk. I like the Hulk. I think the whole thing with the Hulk is awesome. But in terms of DC, I just love the world DC builds. How everything is very like just there. Yeah. I don't know. Like I just like that.
I think DC's more fantasy based than Marvel. Marvel's somewhat grounded in reality.
Yeah.
The real world, because you have the real New York, you have real Los Angeles. You don't have made up cities. So I think that's why a lot of people connect with Marvel, is because you can go to a Marvel comic and all of them take place in New York, and you can see like the skyline of New York. You can see the Brooklyn Bridge. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got what? Is it Doctor Strange is in Jersey, right? Isn't he in Jersey? Or is he in Manhattan? I think it was one of those.
One of them.
Yeah, one of those locations.
Everything takes place on the East Coast for the most part. And I think that's why Marvel clicks a lot for people, is because it's more based in reality. And then DC, in my opinion, is very much fantasy. Because you got Superman, comes from another planet, godlike powers, doesn't kill, doesn't take over the world. He's just a farm boy.
in Texas.
Kansas.
Oh yeah, Kansas. Oh, my bad.
Texas.
Hey there, boys.
Okay, question number 5. What's more important to you, art or story?
Oh, story. Because I mean, you could have a stick figure for all I care. As long as the story is good to read, it's good to go. Same thing with the movies, and the movies make sense. I don't care what budget you have, as long as it makes sense and I enjoy watching it or reading it, I'm good to go. That's the way I roll.
See, man, that's tough because the story, of course, the story has to be good. But man, if it's shitty art, it's hard to keep me focused on the story. But nowadays, you rarely ever see terrible art.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, if you go back to the 90s, if you remember in the 90s comics, everything was big guns and big tits and no substance to it. I mean, and I would rather have, I think I do prefer, now that I'm saying this, as I'm talking it out, I think I prefer story. Over art.
Yeah, I mean, story is always going to outweigh anything in any medium.
It's a small film. Okay, before we get to a bonus comment, this is going to be a quick interview, man. We've burned through these questions. Do you got any comics you want to show?
Comics? Yeah. Let me see what I can pull up back here. What I got?
Fucking Professor Xavier over there,
floating
in this chair.
I got the ill Professor X.
Or since he's DC, we'll say Mobius. He's in the Mobius chair.
All right, let's see if I got that. Dropping shit. I got these two. I mean, I could bring out some other ones. This one is pretty cool. I don't know if I showed you this. This is the John Wick comics.
No, you haven't showed me that one.
No? This is the John Wick comic book. And this is autographed by Greg Peck. Ooh. You see the autograph?
Yeah, who is it?
He's the, I believe, the writer.
Nice.
Yeah, he's the writer. Written by, so I got the autograph of him. Now, this I got, where the hell did I get this? I think I got this from Sideshow. They had like the first 100.
Oh, nice.
I was like, all right, I'll buy it. I was like, I love my John Wick. So I pick up as much as I could. So I picked this up. This was like $40 autograph.
It's a hardback, right?
Yeah.
Put that up there closer. That is cool. I do.
Yeah.
Now,
pretty cool.
Now that we're talking about Keanu Reeves, the art looks good.
Yeah, it's good. Nothing.
Have you seen his Berserker?
Ha. You want to see Berserker? I got Berserker.
You got Berserker? While he's doing that, I'm gonna hit the comments. Dell says, nice book. Yeah, Berserker, I don't know who does the art, and I think Keanu writes it. But I don't know who publishes, but I know when that issue #1 hit, it sold out like mad crazy.
So, okay. Damn, what else did I put it? I think it's in a box. Oh, it's gotta be in a box. I have all the #1 issues. I got the foils.
Those sold out quick.
Yeah, I got all the foils. The only ones that I'm missing are 2. I'm missing the Keanu Reeves autograph on it, because what happens is when certain stores do a certain amount, you get an autograph from Keanu Reeves, a real one.
Oh.
But all the comic books keep them for themselves, and they send it into Grid, and then they resell it for $4,000.
Yeah,
so
right.
I was like, I couldn't get myself that, so I was like, I'm not buying it for that.
Yeah.
But in terms of that, these are the ones that I have. These are the 3rd issues of it, and then I stopped collecting them because then it started to become. They started to make way more of each comic.
Yeah, so all the variants.
Yeah, just started to pump it out, and I was like, I'm not going to continue buying.
Yeah,
like
that's
over
the thing.
and over.
The comics is very much like the movie. Collecting movies, because you get different many variants.
So this is the hologram version of it. Then you got the different variant. This one I went to get in another comic book store, and then the original cover. Yeah.
How many issues are there? Do you know?
That I don't know. And it's funny. I have volume 1 in in my other section over there. Like I brought the paperback so I could read them. Like I don't open these. I put them. I didn't read it yet. I have it over there in my have to read section. And then talking about CCG.
Oh, nice.
I got a CCG 9.0 nice. Wolverine.
Is that 25 or Wolverine?
This is November 1.
What is she? I couldn't tell in the glare.
This is number 1. This is
number 1
it tells you up here. Wolverine number 1, Marvel Comics 1188.
Oh, nice.
So I guess this is the first Wolverine as patched.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it, but okay.
That's when he was in Madripoor. I can't say that name. It's the crime city in the Marvel universe.
Yeah. So anyway, I got his number cool. 1 9.0. Yeah. I remember going to a comic book store and they had it in a bin.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay, I'll pay. I forgot how much it was, but I was like, okay, cool. I was like, thanks.
Any underground comic book fans?
This is Boom Studios. Just to answer your question.
Boom put some great books out, man. That's a company everybody should keep their eye on. They put out some great books like Something Is Killing the Children, 7 Secrets. Oh man, all the other titles are escaping my mind right now. But there's a spin-off title to Something That's Killing the Children, which is fantastic.
And then I got the hardcovers. I have the hardcovers of the Batman movies, the ones that the Batman movie Matt Reeves was based off of.
Oh yeah, I did see those.
Yeah.
Story is always more important to me, Dell says. Crappy art can be overlooked if the story is engrossing. Crappy writing sinks the whole ship. I agree.
Yeah.
Really, old movies. We need to all read Blackest Night and Craven's Last Hunt. Both are books that I've been meaning to read, but are sitting on my shelf. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this past year you went to New York Comic Con, right?
Yeah, with Nate. Yeah, it was me, Nate, Jay, Robert.
There's a handful of you.
Tony Movie Chappie. We all met each other at Comic Con.
So I'm gonna pick your brain about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, is that where you bought your Alex Ross?
Yes, my Alex Ross autograph. You see it? Oh, you can't see it because it's blurry. But yeah. I could bring it down. But it's the two comic books on the corner over there.
Yeah,
is autographed by Alex Ross, and those are his cover art on the comic. Actually, Nate was with me when I brought them.
Did you meet him personally, or
no? He wasn't there. So he signs all his stuff, and then they put it in the side. So I trust that because he was there. He just signs it, and then he puts it to the side, and then his assistant sells it. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I love his stuff. That's two of the stuff. But then upstairs in my living room, I have all the Universal Monster paintings all over the house, autographed by him. But it's not his real painting. Those are refurbished.
Yeah.
It's not refurbished. I'm sorry. It's what's that word?
Prints? Art prints.
Art prints, but with his real autograph on it, with his certified certificate. Blah blah blah. So that's what I have upstairs and stuff. Throughout the house, I have paintings like art prints. Some of them are real, some of them are not. I have the art print of my Ecto 1 on top of my desk. I have it from an artist. Then I have the movie theater poster signed by Dan Aykroyd that I got from AMC. I got it by luck. I was like one of whatever, and I pretty much ordered it on time, and I got lucky, and I got an autograph from Dan Aykroyd.
Nice.
Only freaking Ghostbusters I have here. Then I took a photo with Ernie Hudson. That was over there. I have you want to see my Batman painting my wife got me?
Yeah, show it off. Show us your shit.
Yeah, check this out.
There's a glare. Who did that?
Can you see now?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, who painted that?
This came from
Yeah, Jay Manley says show the goods.
So what happens is that so in Sideshow Collectibles, where I buy all my statues from, they have a section called art prints. And my wife found one with that. That's like I think it's called Rebirth, Batman's Rebirth, and it's him on top of the Wayne tombstones of the parents. So it's actually pretty cool.
That look pretty cool.
Dark shit. I was like, this is mad dark, but I was like, it is what it is. But in terms of, I love all those ones. I got Star Wars ones. I don't have a Star Trek because they don't do much of that. But yeah.
So, you said so. You read a lot of movie property comics, right? You do the Star Trek,
Strange New World,
which I love the first 2 episodes. Strange New Worlds.
I told you.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
Yeah, it's just the graphics of the movie.
It felt very J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, they all are. From Discovery, Picard, they took that the way he filmed it, and now that's the new way of filming.
Okay, that bonus question. What comic book property would you like to see developed for a TV or movie?
I said this a long time ago. Judge Dredd should be a TV show. Yeah. Because the comic books are just like a TV show. Each comic, he's doing something. And that's one of my favorite. I have some of the Judge Dredds. I love Judge Dredd. Like ever since watching the one with
Stallone?
No. I like that one.
That was so cheesy, but it's so fun.
I love it. Oh, I love that one. But with Kurt Urban?
Oh yeah.
I love that one.
That's a great film.
Yeah. Ever since that one, I would say I got to go back and read them. So I went back and I got the digitals and I brought them all and I was like, let me read it. And I loved it. Each comic book I was envisioning, man, this could be an episode of a TV show. Like it was just like, and I love that world. No, it's a crazy world. It's like apocalyptic world. Outside and the inside is like something different sections. And you could do each episode could be a different section of a damn place. Like there's so much stuff that you could do, like that whole world building. You could do so much with a Judge Dredd TV show. In terms of a movie property, I know a lot of it's not going to generate a lot of but I would love to see a Nightwing. But I know it's something that me and you talked about, but I would love to see a Nightwing movie. I think that would be Mason. Yeah.
Good, I did that.
You got it right this time. But yeah,
I love his character. From the time as Robin all the way through his 70s Nightwing costume to what he wears now.
Yeah.
Fantastic character. Like we kind of talked about it on Titans. A lot of people don't like that show.
I like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm behind on it, but I really, really like what these new interpretations of these characters. I know when they first showed Starfire, and I think they showed somebody else, people shit all over them.
Well, Starfire and a Beast Boy.
Yeah,
wasn't it Beast Boy?
But there was no context to them photos at all.
Yeah.
And Starfire's awesome on this, and Beast Boy's cool on this. And I
just Superboy.
Yeah, Superboy looks like he's ripped right out of Jeff Johns and Tom Grummett's artwork. I mean, he's great.
You know, it's funny. Like people rip anything because it's not their work that they're ripping. See, like if people understand what goes into making these things come to life and what can they use, because everyone's gonna be like, oh, you know, they're gonna rip. Oh, it looks like shit. Yeah, well, you know what? Are you gonna give a TV show close to like X amount of budget? Like, you really don't know. It's a hit or miss with these shows, and you got to remember other properties that these people got to produce too, whether Warner Brothers or whoever, right? So it's just like I hate when people like if you're not gonna give it a chance, then don't give it a chance.
Yeah,
right.
You've already predetermined to hate it.
Yeah, you're way determined. There's certain properties that you go, you know what? This is gonna look whack, and I don't want to like Gotham Knights, CW.
Exactly.
That's a piece of shit. Like we all knew that was gonna be a piece of crap. Why? Because we already know Warner Brothers is not gonna allow the Batman to come on screen or whatever. Which I saw the first episode. It was horrible, but I was shocked they did show Bruce in the suit. I was like, okay, cool. But it's just a horrible show. It's not something that I know I can stick in the long run because we know the formula for CW shows already. Yeah. Right? Same with the Flash, Supergirl, Green Arrow. Arrow. They destroy those properties because it was the same formula.
I know you don't like Superman, but I think they finally got it right with Superman and Lois.
Oh no! Oh, we wasn't. I was talking about the comic Superman. We didn't get the TV show. I love Superman and Lois. Like, I tell everybody to watch it. I tell
I love that
my
show.
wife laughs because I'm like, don't call me within this hour, Brad, because I'm watching Superman and Lois. Like,
right.
It's an amazing show.
It is.
And it feels like you're watching a movie. It's just so awesome.
The cameras that they use. It doesn't seem all. Yeah. And there's a little teen drama, but I think it's okay. Done, it's done well. It's not over the top.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be a hot take.
Oh,
boy. You might get mad.
Better than Smallville?
Fan of Christopher Reeve.
Wait, what?
I know. I said it.
You're not as fan of Christopher Reeves?
I appreciate what he did. I appreciate those movies at the time.
Yeah.
But I am not a fan of those movies.
You know what, Nate, we covered them on the podcast, our podcast. Nate was not a fan.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Me and Nate agree. Yeah. Finally, me and Nate agree.
Yeah. Ask Nate. You know what? After the show, text Nate or DM Nate and be like, what are you? He's going to tell you. He wasn't too thrilled with those.
Yeah. I think people, it's a nostalgia thing. I think people hold on to that. Before we get to those, I love Cavill, Henry Cavill as Superman. I absolutely love him. I wish he would have got more time. He got screwed over. But I think my favorite is this Tyler guy that plays Superman.
Who? Oh, Tyler Hutchins. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. The TV show. I think
he does an amazing job. His Clark Kent is fantastic. It's very believable. Like, did you see? Are you all caught up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. So there's an episode where this guy goes after his kids. He's some like meth head.
I didn't talk about Jonathan's girlfriend's father.
Yes.
Yeah.
He goes
the diner scene.
That. Yes. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little homage to the Superman movie when he loses his power. I forget which one it is.
Part 2.
When he goes back to the diner. That's what kind of reminded me of.
Yeah.
But that scene right there, his Clark Kent was fantastic.
It was really good. I mean, again, that paid homage to it. I loved it. I love the whole TV show. Now, in terms of who's the favorite Superman, I like Christopher Reeves a lot. I'm not saying he embodies Superman. I think he was, to me, the best one to embody Clark and Superman. Like, this dude, there's a scene in Superman 1 that he changes his body posture and becomes Superman. Like, Henry Cavill doesn't do that. You already know he's jacked. You already know when he's Clark. But he plays this doofy guy, and he's like this, and then all of a sudden when she turns around and walks away, he's like, and he takes off his glasses, and you're like, holy shit, like he just became Superman in right in front of your eye. Like, that's cool stuff. But again, to answer your thing, it's all about writing. Man of Steel could have been so much better if the writing was good. I like Man of Steel. I think it's a fantastic movie, but not many people gravitate to because the story, Superman kills and all this bullshit all over again. And I'm like, it is what it is. But it all comes down to writing. That's the key in terms of Superman, Batman, anything with comic books. It's all about writing. And the guy who dons the suit, Henry Cavill, I agree. He should have been Superman, but now we're getting another Superman, a younger version. But yeah, the TV show, it's amazing. I tell everybody, you got to watch it. It's a straight up movie. That. Yeah.
Michael has a question.
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Your favorite comic video game? I'm currently playing through Spider-Man, and I'm loving it right now. It's second only to Batman Arkham Asylum from 2009. That's
my favorite one, Batman Arkham Asylum, the first one. I mean, I know they have other ones that came out, Origins and all that stuff. That's my favorite one. I think the Batman one is. I will go nuts. I would love to see more of that. I know we got Gotham Knights, which he played, and it's funny because now I'm going to start playing it again. I re-downloaded the damn thing, and I like that whole world. It's cool, Gotham. I don't know why, just love it.
I remember when you recorded them. You did 2 videos, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching one, and my son was with me. And he thought we were watching a movie. He's like, I want to watch this movie, Dad. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then it was like an animated movie when he fought Ra's al Ghul in the first damn thing in the game. That was like awesome. I was like, I didn't even want to play the game. Once Batman fought Ra's al Ghul, I was all up in it.
Michael says that's the right answer. We can be friends.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I love again, I would love to see a Superman video game.
Yeah.
We don't have
there is one coming out. It's called The Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
No. I'm talking about a straight up Superman. You Superman, you fly, you use lasers, your breath, your
Would you want it to be open world?
Yes. Because then you could have fun. You could turn into Clark to do some missions, and then you got to turn into Superman, or one that's super hard that you got to do both at the same time. Like, that's pretty cool. But I mean, it is what it is. I remember there was one Superman game. I think back in the day they had one for Nintendo or Super Nintendo. Yeah. I think so. I was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought that was
Didn't they have a Superman versus Doomsday, the death of Superman, or some shit like that?
I don't know. I really don't know. That one I can't quote me on that one. I really don't know that one. But yeah, that's what I would do in terms of video games. I enjoy that a lot.
Hating on Christopher. I'm not hating him. I'm not
hating him.
No.
No. I get it though. It's for Nate, he didn't. I'm not going to speak for Nate, but when we did the podcast, what I know when we did all 4 movies were, he's happy that he got to see them, but it's not something that he will ever revisit. Like, he's going to buy them, I believe, because, it's forcing him to buy all 4. But I think he would just buy the first one. But even that, we didn't even like as much, too. Like, rewatching them, they're not. I hate fucking Marlon Brando. Like, everyone thinks he's like the greatest actor ever. I'm like, yeah, I bet he is, but he sucks as Jor-El. Like, he sounds like he has marbles in his mouth. I don't know. I was not into.
I do like George Reeves Superman.
I don't never seen the George Reeves, so I can't give you the whole yes or no.
Yeah. I do like George Reeves. What do you think of Brandon Routh as Superman?
I liked him. He needed another movie, and that was something we talked about, me and Nate. I enjoyed Superman Returns for what it was. I didn't like that it was a sequel to the original Christopher Reeve movie. That was a stupid idea. Whoever thought of that. But I did like him. I just thought he would have been better in a sequel. Like, if they gave him more to do. Because honestly, when he was Superman again in the CW show, when they gave him the powers again, he was Superman. Like, he was jacked, and I was like, okay, this is what I was talking about. Like, they do a TV show, they should just bring him back because he was Superman. Like, I can't see, but then they gave it to this guy.
I'm glad they did, because, like I said, he's great.
Yeah.
Seriously, Reeves was the best combo of Superman and Clark. This is from Dell.
I agree.
In my honest opinion, I like Cavill. I don't like the way his suits was written.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing I was telling you. It's all about writing. You can have a great actor, but and any great actor is not going to make a work of. I mean, the script turn any better than what it is. I don't know.
I knew a lot of people shit all over Batman versus Superman.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that. I have like 8 copies of it.
Oh, same here. I could give 2 craps. Everyone.
I love that.
You know what? It is what it is, man. I mean, the only problem Batman v Superman had was that it went way too long, and they should have never added Doomsday. That should have been another.
The Ninja Turtle one.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtle Doomsday. Yeah, but other than that, I agree. It's a long movie.
Street Smart. I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it, Robert. No, I'm sorry.
Tom Welding had his shot. He turned everything down. I believe so. I think that they said they were gonna ask him for Superman. I think he turned it down or something. So he had his shot. He didn't want to be timecasted, and look, he's timecasted.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
So nothing more you could do.
I don't know what that is either.
Well, I'll ask you this: who's your favorite Jor-El?
Ooh, I love Russell Crowe.
He's the best one.
Yeah,
he's the best one. Russell Crowe. I don't know who could act Russell Crowe.
What's up?
Think about this, dude. Let's think about it. Me and Nate talked about this, and we were stunned on the amount of Oscar award winners in one movie that Zack Snyder put together for Man of Steel. You had Diane Lane, Kevin Costner as the parents. Those 2 are Oscar award nominated and won one or whatever, right? Then you got Michael Shannon, another Oscar award nominee, as your villain.
Which he's coming back.
Amy Adams, another Oscar Award nominee as Lois Lane. Henry Cavill, nothing. But again, in the whole, look at the ensemble this guy put together.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's crazy.
I know people shit all over Zack Snyder.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but I don't like the Snyder Army, if that makes sense. I like Zack Snyder. I love what he did with the DC Universe, but I don't like I don't consider myself part of the Snyder Army.
Like the people that is always about. Yeah, I'm not with that. I don't give two shits. Like, whatever movie's gonna come out, I'm gonna support it if it's good. I'm not gonna support Shazam 2 because I'm not a Shazam fan. So
yeah, that movie sucks.
I mean, you told me, everyone told me. I was like, I saw 10 minutes of it, and I was like, I'm not buying it, like at all. But in terms of the Zack Snyder and all this, I think he's a hell of a director. I think he shoots way better comic book movies than a lot of directors out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, you feel like you're watching a comic book come
to
life.
Epic.
Yes.
It's very epic.
The only problem with Zack Snyder is that some of his stories are not as good. I mean, to some people. To me, I like the first 3 movies. I love the Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. It's just that certain people can't maybe grasp what he was trying to tell in a bright, like in a larger story. Like, they couldn't see what he was seeing. It's okay. With the whole Martha thing, people still dragging that shit to the floor. And I'm like, yo, dude, if you didn't understand what he was trying to do, then it is what it is, bro. After all these years, you guys are yapping about the same thing. So I think, and it could be a hot take to people, but I'm sorry to say this to me. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the best comic book movie ever put on screen. Team Up is way better than Endgame. Way better. I'm not gonna say better than Infinity War because I like that movie a lot, but to me, it's more graphically put together than Infinity War. People like the whole 30 people on screen. I don't give 2 shits for that. But in terms of if it looks like a straight comic book, I think Justice League is right up there.
Yeah,
it's like you reading a graphic novel. You go,
yeah, it's very epic. It's you. I like it that it's the Snyder cut, not
no, Josh Whedon. I'm talking about that is the best. That one is the best one, like hands down.
It's very, I want to say gritty, and that's what I like.
No, it's gritty.
Yeah,
you can say it. It's very gritty.
Yeah, and I like that because while we're both comic book people, I am very burnt out on the Marvel's jokey joke. Every 5 minutes, there's a joke. And that's why I gravitated towards Zack Snyder. It felt very real, dark, and again gritty. I dug that.
Yeah, and that's how that's why I kind of like the Batman with Matt Reeves. It's just gritty, straight up.
That one too.
Yeah, it's just straight up gritty.
Yeah,
and but that's just me. Like, I don't want people to be like, I'm not shitting on Marvel. I could give 2 crap. Like, I stopped watching Marvel after Endgame, so I don't know what happens after. Like, I could give 2 craps. But in terms of what, like, I will tell you this: if I was Marvel, I will totally sign Zack Snyder to do a Logan movie because that is right up his alley.
Yeah,
or R-rated. Yeah. He'll make it so much graphic, like a novel come to life. And he's a comic book fan. You can see the way he treated Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. He's a comic book fan because they look like they're like they came out the comic and a lot of stuff. So no, it's okay. Shit on Marvel. I'm here for it.
I'm trying to think what else that I want to discuss. I mean, I think that's really it, man. Was anything else you wanted to show off? Wait, I gotta tell you, I loved your crow statue.
My crow, he's over there. You see him sitting?
Yeah, I do see him right there. Yeah. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I opened him up. What was it? Saturday. I recorded it. Then I did all my editing for it. I like it. I like doing the products unboxings. Like, I kind of like that. The 4K ones are like the 4K disc reviews. Those are fun, but they take longer for me to make.
I gotta watch how you break them down and you go over the hold on. If you guys watch and haven't subscribed to Geeks and Flix, please do, because Alex and Nate put on some kick-ass content. They got Boutique Wednesdays?
Yeah, Nate's Boutique Wednesdays. Yeah.
Nate does Boutique. He does out of theater reactions.
Yeah.
And then you got Alex doing his statue unboxings, his 4K reviews, and he goes in depth on his 4K reviews. He gets into the special features, which I kind of like because I don't really look at my special features like I used to. So if he says something that I like, I will go and check it out.
Let me tell you, that Star Trek L cards special features is one of the best things I think I've ever seen.
That is pretty cool. I haven't opened I've opened it, but I haven't watched my Star Treks yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not for the 4K. It's only on the Blu-ray. But I kind of like how you could watch the entire movie, and if you don't know the character, it literally will put the name of the character there, and when you click it with your remote, it'll give you a brief description of the character in the movie.
Oh wow! I didn't,
Dude, yeah, that's the crazy thing. It's called the library computer, and the special features in the Blu-ray. If you watch the movie with it, it'll pretty much every scene, it'll tell you what characters are in the scene, what ship, what location. And when you click on it, it gives you a brief description of what it is in the bottom. And I was like, this is one of the best things that they should have on every 4K disc so you could understand what the hell you're watching. Because there's movies that I'm watching, and I'm like, what is going on? And you could just hit it, and then you could see.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very
Dell
fun.
says Crow is great as Jor-El, a terrible Zeus. I agree.
I didn't see that movie, but yeah, I think he's a great drone.
Harrison says Marvel is dead. Disney killed it. Knock on wood that James Gunn does good with DC, but I don't know. We've been through this before. You know what?
I'm not a fan of
James Gunn because for the most part, I dig what he's doing. I loved his Suicide. I remember saying that. I did not like his Suicide Squad the first time I watched it.
Okay.
I watched Peacemaker and I understood what he was doing in the Suicide Squad. So I went back and rewatched the Suicide Squad and really, really liked it. So I'm excited.
See, but I don't like that. Like, if it takes you to watch a TV show to like a movie, then I don't like that. Like, if you didn't get, like, for me, I didn't like Suicide Squad, like with James Gunn. I felt like it was Guardians of the Galaxy, just the DC version of it. To me, that's what it felt like. They had the same soundtrack type, right? But the characters felt more, some of them was all jokey and stuff. And I was like, it is what it is. But I didn't like John Cena. And I didn't care for John Cena. So, like, why am I going to watch Peacemaker, the TV show? And I was like, I hope DC and HBO Max or whatever, Discovery Max or whatever it's called, doesn't go down the route that Marvel's doing, where they're having all these TV shows that branches into the movies to force you to watch the TV show for subscriptions. Then you have to go and watch the movies to understand what's going on. Yeah. Because I'm not doing that. Like, you're not forcing me to watch a TV show to understand a movie. Like, I want to go see a movie. I want to see a movie. I don't need to see a 12 episode of a TV show I don't care for.
I think at CinemaCon, David Zaslav, the head of Warner Brothers Discovery, made a point and said, no, we ain't doing that. Our content, we're doing TV shows, but that's for that. And our focus is straight on theatrical. So I don't believe you have to watch 700 crappy shows to get to one major plot point to enjoy another movie.
No, but you understand what I'm saying, though, because it was like, for you to understand, I'm just gonna throw a thing. Don't kill me. But like for to understand, let's say Black Widow, you had to watch Endgame. Was it Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Loki, and then you come back to watch Black Widow because that is slotted between the Civil War and the other movie. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's just like you had to watch 4 different properties, then you could catch up to the movie. Yeah. And it's like, holy crap, like, why do I have to go through this? Like, I just want to sit down and watch this damn thing. That's my only problem. Like, and I don't want these things, because I know Matt Reeves is doing a TV show, but what I like about that is it's just concentrated on the Penguin. It's not nothing else. The TV show is Penguin. That's it. So when you watch part 2, the movie, you already know where Penguin is in that world, because the TV show is going to give you maybe the origins, which I don't know. Could be the origins of the Penguin, and I'll be like, that's cool. Or is it going to tell you what happens in between Batman 1 and 2 with the Penguin? I like that. That makes more sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just a weird, a weird thing. I guess that's me.
Yeah, I totally agree, because take the Marvels that's coming out in November. I think the Marvels comes out in November. You had to watch Miss Marvel to understand this whole thing that's going on.
Yeah.
For that. Well, I will agree. I enjoyed the Marvel or Miss Marvel. I like Kamala. They did a great job with her. But I think that's the only Marvel show that I ended up liking. I didn't like She-Hulk. I was disappointed with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What other ones were there?
Hawkeye.
That was okay.
Then you had Loki.
Look, I did not like Loki. I liked the last 10 minutes.
I didn't see it. I know they had him, but I didn't see that one. Then he had the Moon Knight. Moon Knight?
I enjoyed Moon Knight. I did. Okay. I take that back. I did enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't tied to anything. It was just, they just told a story with Moon Knight. And it was, wasn't counting on a movie to introduce him or to set up another movie. It ended his story, which I liked.
The question I have for you is, because like I felt like with Doctor Strange, because my wife don't watch none of this shit. Like when we go to the theater and we watch a movie, then she asks questions, she ain't gonna like the movie. And I was like, oh boy, I already know. So when we went to see, we didn't see it in the theater, but I brought it, was the Doctor Strange Multi-Worlds of Madness or whatever the hell it's called, right? Because I love Sam Raimi because of Evil Dead, because I have the statue of that. So I said, all right. I said, let's watch it. And she goes, she's watching it. We're watching it. And all of a sudden, Wanda becomes bad, right? And then with the kids. And she goes, when the hell did she have kids? And I was like, oh, that's WandaVision. And she was like, what? I was like, the TV show. She goes, oh no. Nope, I'm done. I was just like, oh boy. And she tapped out. She tapped out because she was just like, so I got to know that TV show to then watch this movie. So it was just a perfect example of like someone that doesn't want to sit through a TV show to understand the movie. But yeah, here's what it is.
Yeah.
We got Evan. What we got?
Yeah. Oh man.
Marvel movies has set up themselves as their own subgenre in movies. Love it or hate it. What they have done? I mean, no, yeah. I mean, I don't mind what they did for the whole world of comic book movies onto the screen and stuff. I just don't like when people think that's what needs to be done to be a successful franchise. You don't have to.
Just tell me a damn good story. That's all.
Yeah. I think Matt Reeves proved you don't need to tell us, you don't need to do what they did Marvel wise. And I think and I think that's great. Now, my scary thing is with James Gunn is, since he came from the world of Marvel, I think he's going to try to implement that into the world of DC. And that's where I'm a little scared, because if you look at the panel of the movies, I could give two shits about the movies that are coming out, those characters. Like, I don't know them. So, like, why would I care? Like, I know people are going all crazy for Blue Beetle. Like, I think my brother texted me, he goes, oh my God, Blue Beetle. I'm like, you don't even know who Blue Beetle is. I was like, you just saw the damn thing. And he was just like, oh, yeah, you're right. And he's like, it looks cool. But that's what everyone's going to do, because it looks cool. They're going to run out and go see it. But my thing is that why couldn't you just start off with properties that are semi-known, not totally unknown? Because if it flops, I'm not saying it is, I'm not hoping it is, but if these DC new movies flop, what is everyone going to say now? DC can't make another movie.
Blue Beetle was made under the old guard. That shit was done before James Gunn even took over. So, yeah, I'm not going to hold Blue Beetle under the microscope, because that shit's been done for a while.
Yeah, but you know what? Not too many people. When people go to that theater, it's new to them.
Yeah.
See, you know what Blue Beetle is because you read the comics, you watch the anime, you know all that stuff. Not many people going to that theater could sit down and tell me they know who the hell Blue Beetle is when they buy those tickets. Like, again, am I going to go see it? No, I'm not. I'm going to wait for it. Like, I'm not going to, like, certain movies, I will go to the theater. I told you this. I was like, it's hard for me to go to the theater anyway, and I'm not going to even chance it with Blue Beetle. Like, it can look cool, but no.
Hot take from Evan. I did not like Batman, but DC should not copy Marvel. Tell smaller stories that will be amazing. I 100% agree. We don't need Marvel 2.0. We need DC tell DC stories. Do it one and done. Yeah, maybe you can put little threads throughout the movie, but don't count on each movie to tell the same story.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's
What's up,
very.
Dominican?
I don't know. I just feel like it is. I'm a little afraid. I'll just say that I'm afraid with
I
these
understand
new.
your hesitation, but
Yeah,
I'm going with glass half full because I'm excited. I want a proper Superman movie.
you want a
Dell asked
proper
the,
Superman?
yeah. Dell asked a question.
Go
What
ahead.
semi-known property could DC have introduced that they haven't already? Semi-known.
Semi-known Green Arrow.
Yeah. That's a great one.
Let me just tell you right now, if you thought Green Arrow season 1 was spectacular in that dark tone, imagine a 1 hour and 30-minute Arrow with someone that looks good and physically fit. You know what I mean? Like that you go, holy shit, that's Oliver Queen. And if you see that, come on, you can't tell me no one's gonna go see it in the theater, a Green Arrow movie. Semi-known. He's part of the Justice League or whatever, GSA or whatever,
Yeah,
whichever one. Yeah, he is part of the Justice League. Yeah. Oliver Queen part of the. Come on, like why not? You know,
that would be an amazing movie. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with an old school. They did a movie.
Okay.
They did a TV show, but I think Swamp Thing, which is actually going to be a movie again, with just announced the director for it not too long ago.
Oh, James Mangold.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because of James Mangold.
Yes.
Not because of Swamp Thing. Is because what he could do. Because I think he's one of my. So far, he's like one of my top 5 directors, for me. But Shazam was honestly, I didn't even know who the hell Shazam was.
You didn't know who Shazam was?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, when I went into that theater and I sat down and I watched that thing, let me just tell you, I was so tight. Because I was like, what is this shit? Like, I don't mind the kid turning into Zachary Levi. My thing is that when Zachary Levi turns into Billy Batson, he is not what Billy Batson was like mad normal kid, and he became a goofball. Like I was like, what? Isn't he supposed to be like I didn't get the whole transfer, like from when I read the paradox of the Flash, like Billy Batson turned into the thing and he's mad serious and stuff. And I was like, oh, cool. But in the movie, it was like totally opposite. Like he's mad serious.
In the second one, they made it even worse.
Let me tell you, I watched the 10 minutes of that shit, and I was like, "What am I?" When he was in the pediatric office, talking to the guy like if he was a therapist, I was like, "Shut this shit off." I was like, "I will never see this. I don't even want to finish it." But I agree, Shazam is a secondary character, but I think not many people know who Shazam was. So I think it would be a hard sell on that one. To be honest,
the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Like, would you rather have Shazam or Arrow or Green Arrow? Green Arrow.
Yeah, because it's street level and he's real. He's human.
He's like Batman.
Yeah.
Right? When you think about it.
Childlike, not childish. Exactly right, Ben Buster.
Yeah, childlike. Well, he was childish.
He was very childish.
He was mucho childish.
Yeah.
Well, I have a list of the new DC properties coming out. And you tell me yes or no in the theater, okay?
Okay.
The Flash, we already know is going to sell so many tickets.
Yeah.
Let's just put that out the way. I'm not even going to talk about that. Blue Beetle.
I'm going to see it, yes.
Okay. Well, again, I'm going to be it's going to be very weird. We're going to see how this goes with the critics and the audience in terms of the scores, right? Okay. Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. I think this movie is going to be not as good as the first.
No, I don't think it would be as good as the first one.
Yeah, I don't think so. But again, they're trying to wrap up the whole DCEU.
Yeah.
Now, the Joker Part 2 with Lady Gaga.
I'm in.
I'm in like Flynn. And the crazy thing is, I said it for a long ass time that Lady Gaga should have been Harley Quinn. I said it for a long time.
People shit on her, but she is a fantastic.
I think she's beautiful, and I could be the only one. I have a crush on her.
She is amazing in A Star Is Born.
Yeah, I didn't see that movie, but
gorgeous.
yeah.
People are talking about it's going to be a musical. I don't think it's a musical per se.
I think it's in his head with her.
Yeah, I think you're going to see. I hear a few numbers here and there, but it's not going to be like West Side Story.
No. But again, we got Joker 2. That we all agree that's going to be a big ass hit. If it's done right, but we know it's going to be done right because it's the same directors and writers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is where it starts to get to the new stuff. Okay.
Pop culture says no Joker 2. Should not have made a sequel.
I agree. They should not have a sequel, but it is what it is. Superman Legacy.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a hit, I think.
You think it's going to be a hit?
Yeah.
Superman movies hasn't been hitting those big numbers. Man of Steel wasn't as strong.
Behind it, and I think they're going to market it as a fresh start. I think they're going to do the opposite of what they did with Zack Snyder's Superman. They're going to make it bright. You're going to see all these colors. You're going to see that bright blue, that bright red. It's not going to be muted. Which
to me, I am happy with if they go down that route, because Superman is very vibrant, whereas Batman is that dark aspect to the comics, right? Of the tone and everything. So I'll be happy with that, but I'm kind of scared if it's goofing around like he writes, then that's going to turn off a lot of people.
Are you familiar with All-Star Superman?
No.
Okay. It is a great book by Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly. Okay. And word is that they're loosely basing the script off of All-Star Superman. And that book, it's not jokey. It's serious. And it's got a great tone to it. So I hope that is true. And if you want a good Superman story to read All-Star Superman. It's like 10 or 11 issues, and that's it.
But you got to remember, though, it could be based off that, but James Gunn will be putting his style of tone into it. So it could be jokester stuff. But again, I'm scared. I'm a little scared. Batman Part 2. I
understand your hesitation, what you're saying. I understand.
The Batman Part 2. We all know.
I'm balls deep in that one.
I'm balls deep in that one. Okay, now this is where I start to hesitate. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Is it going to be the same Spanish chick? And if so,
I doubt it.
You gonna think it's a brand new?
It will be. I think they'll recast.
You think so?
I think they want to wash their hands of that whole DCEU, whatever it's called.
No, but I'm saying you don't think it's gonna be the Spanish girl that's in the Flash?
I don't think so. Unless the Flash makes $1 billion.
It's gonna make $1 billion. It's gonna make.
I think it'll probably make about $800 million.
Oh no, it's crossing $1 billion.
You think so?
Oh hell's yeah! You're gonna have Ben Affleck Batman fighting in it. Then you have the Flash coming across General Zod, Supergirl. It's gonna have everything what people wanted. It's just if people are accepted, and of course, you have protesters and blah 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 blah. Yeah. But it has to cross $1 billion. You cannot tell me that this thing is gonna floppity doo dah.
Well, but that's what they said about Batman versus Superman too. That was gonna make $1 billion.
That's a different tone, though. But that one's due to a lot of outrage due to them killing humans
I think this is my word. Yeah, I think this is gonna be about an $800 million movie.
Okay.
And I think that the reason I say that is because I think everybody that wants to see this movie is gonna go opening weekend.
Yeah.
You're probably not gonna see the return viewers for it.
Oh, I don't know. If it's what people are saying, because right now, from the talks around the internet and everything, is the best comic book movie ever filmed.
Yeah, they keep saying that.
Yeah, so if it is, let's just say if it hypothetically is, it's going to be a lot of viewings.
Yeah.
Especially to watch Michael Keaton beat ass and Ben Affleck beat ass in the same movie.
I don't like Michael Keaton.
It's all right. It's like 5 different versions. It's okay. Will it have great? Cool. Oh, yeah, I hope so. All right, The Eternity, because I don't want the thing to go long. So you got the Authority. I'm sorry,
The Authority.
I don't know. That's going to be
that is a Wildstorm Productions. That is a spinoff of Image Comics when DC bought.
Okay.
Image, or they bought Wildstorm Comics from Image. That's just Jim Lee's company.
Okay.
And I'm not a fan of The Authority, so I will be skipping this in theaters.
All right. The Brave and the Bold live action. Damian Wayans and Batman.
Again, balls deep. It's got Damian. I love Damian.
Depends on who plays Damian.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think a lot of people are going to go theater to see Damian. What is it?
I disagree, though.
Batman failed because it wasn't good. I don't know. I guess you're the only one because I enjoy it. And I got like 10 copies.
We disagree, though. Fine.
I like it. And I have the hat too. So, yeah. I don't know. Swamp Thing, we already talked about that. Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves.
I'm in.
Oh, yeah. In on that one. Black Hawk, Nightwing, Lobo. This is that Static Shock, Green Lantern Corp, Superman, blah, blah, blah.
Green Lantern Corp is an HBO thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the stuff that you have, and that's coming up. And some properties I'm not happy with, but it is what it is.
I'm very optimistic. I'm trying to be positive. Go glass half full instead of empty.
Yeah.
Why do you think some of DC animation movies do better than some of the live DC? I don't know.
Well, that's because
DC has a great animation department.
Well, that's because one is true to the comics.
Yeah.
When they turn it into a script, and then second, it's not much budget. It's just animation. Oh, and Creature Commandos. Yeah,
they started casting for that.
Yeah. So I think when it comes to animations to live action, you have so many people on hand to say, take this out, take that out. More creative thought from everybody. Whereas an animation, you're taking a comic book, you turn into a script, and then you see what works and what not, and then they draw it. Whereas you got to spend thousands of dollars, millions of dollars on one certain scenes, and they got to wait. Is this going to translate well in live action? So I think that's the reason why. And it all comes down to actors too. I mean, you want a certain look from certain actors to play. So Constantine 2, that is one I'm most excited for. Yeah, I again, it's been a while since I've seen Constantine 1, but I did like that whole, I always like that whole stuff. Like that whole like supernatural stuff. I'm a sucker for that.
Well, I think this is it for us tonight, man.
This is it. Can I announce something?
Yeah, buddy. What do you got? You have something you wanted to announce?
Yes, I wanted to announce this, and I'm going to announce it. So once a month, and this is going to be pretty cool. We all agreed on it. So it's not like I was going to shebang, right? So since David and Rich does the comic book stuff, right? You guys do the Marvels and whatever. We are going to be doing on the Geeks and Flix channel. We are now going to be doing once a month DC Now and Forever with Rich, David, Harrison, myself, sometimes Nate when his live action animated and stuff. He wants to come in and give his thoughts on it. But we're going to be covering the world of DC, baby, on the Geeks and Flix channel, whereas David and Rich now going to be handling Marvel and every other thing that comes along the line, all the independent stuff. I'm just handling the DC stuff. So we're both going to be working together on cross-promoting the channels. So we're going to be handling all the DC stuff on the Geeks and Flix channel. Now, it's going to be fun. We're going to be doing, I never seen none of the animated movies, so we're going to be covering that. We're going to be covering comic books, right? We're doing the Knights of Owl Volume 2 in June. We're going to continue and finishing that off.
Michael, sub the Geeks and Flix, man. They have great stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing all of that, and it's going to be pretty fun. We're going to have our alter ego names. We're not going to be Alex whatever. It's going to be, it's going to be fun. We're not going to reveal everyone's secret identity names until we go live. But we're going to be doing, the like I said, comic books. After we finish Night of Owls, we're going to do spin a wheel of all the characters, and whatever it lands on, that's the volume we're going to be covering from the new on. And then we're going to have some live streams talking about the Golden Age, the time of the Infinity Crisis. We're going to break all that stuff down with you guys because I have time to read all this stuff. So I'm very excited because we're going to be dipping into the world of, this is something that we used to do on the channel, but since I was so busy with a lot of live streams, we were doing every Monday, watching all these movies. Now we toned everything back, and I was so happy that now I have time, which now it adds another live stream, but now it's 3. It's not every Monday we're doing Geeks and Flix. Now, this is not on Mondays. I don't want people to be like, oh, this is Monday at 9. It's not Monday at 9. It's going to be Thursdays. We're just going to figure out what time Thursdays. So this is a
different topic, but I hope to still do the X-Files watch along.
Yes, that is something I'm gonna try to get that together. I know I promised the channel we're gonna do X-Files, 9 seasons of X-Files. I gotta figure out how to do that. Yeah, that's 9 seasons of X-Files.
Man.
I might do the best of season 1 that I think is the best of, and then we all watch it and we agree or disagree.
Those white DVD releases that they
Which
put?
ones?
They're all came in white cases. and they're like, let's say the black goo. They're all the episodes containing the black goo.
Yes, I don't have those. Those are like the chronological like storylines. I don't have. I have the original collector's edition, like all of the seasons, all the big thick box. But I might do it that way, like Monster of the Week episodes, the ones that are the best ones, and maybe get a panel of people. We watch them, and then maybe one special month or something on the channel, we'll cover it and do that.
Thank you, Del.
Thanks, Del.
You, as always. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's what's going to happen now on the Geeks and Flix channel. We're going to be doing now DC and Forever. You're going to see a lot of graphics now going up. I started working on DC graphics.
Yeah, dude, this dude, he's got so much talent. It's crazy.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have an intro, outro. Then we're gonna have all the fun stuff with everybody. So X-Files White Cases, that is just mythology.
Yeah, the mythology ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the goo, the super soldiers, abductions, and whatever. I don't exactly remember what.
Yeah, I think we should do it that way. If we do it that way, then it's so much easier to do a live stream and talk about each of the episodes. Because then you're there for hours, 9 seasons. You're there for like 2 years. you watching the episodes. So we could do something like that. I'm very looking forward to it. So for this month, because I got to kick off DC Now and Forever, we're gonna start it off for this month. We're gonna kick it off with an animation DC movie. I saw this one once. I will tell people which ones are the ones I don't watch, but I haven't seen. We're going to kick it off with the Batman animated series, The Mask of the Phantasm. That's going to be the stream that we're all going to be doing. I can't give you the date because I have to line it up with Rich and David. Once they line it up, the show is going to be the week before their show. That's how it's going to go. So we promote their big show, which is the Miles Morales, this volume 1, right?
Yep.
That's this month. Yeah. But I'll tell you in June, it's going to be volume 2 of Knights of Owls with the entire gang. So with that said, you're going to see different people on the live stream. So I want people to understand it's not going to be only us 4. We're going to try to bring in people that are DC fans or that want to sit down with us, that watch the properties and talk about, we want to hear from you guys. So if you read, if we're going to do a comic book read, maybe we'll do a special one person that wants to read it and then join us.
Yeah.
Same thing with the live actions. We're going to have Nate, but again, we can have someone else onto the stream. So again, there's going to be a lot of time. We're going to have a lot of different rotating guests every month. So we can have fun with that. But yeah, that's the big news is that DC Now and Forever is going to be a part of the Geeks and Flix umbrella.
Because we talked about this a while back.
Last year we talked about it.
Yeah.
Last year,
I'm excited to get it going. And I loved when you came on, the enthusiasm you had. You and Harrison both. When you guys came on, it was last week,
last week.
For Court of Owls. You guys had great enthusiasm, so I'm excited. Hopefully, we continue that enthusiasm.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in store. Trust me.
It's nice to talk something besides movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna cover the movies, but it's more comic.
Yeah,
and I kind of like that.
The physical releases. I mean, you can watch each stream and whatever. We don't care. Just watch.
Well, the thing that I enjoy is that it's like a comic book club, right? But it's more DC oriented. Well, on the Geeks and Flix channel, it's gonna be more DC oriented. So, like, if we do comic book of the month, which is June, is gonna be Night of Owl Volume 2, then read it. Like, guys, go out there, get the digital version, read it. And then catch up with us and then talk to us while we talking about the comic books. Let us know what you think of it. But yeah, I mean, we can have you guys call in. That's the cool thing about the channel, what the stuff I have. You guys can come in. I could give you guys the phone number. You guys can call in and give us your thoughts on the comic book. So
I'm excited too, Harrison.
Yeah, this is gonna be really fun. So when we promote comics, guys, pick it up. You don't have to go physical. We might do giveaways that I give away a physical version of the comic book we're reading within that month. So maybe June we'll give away the first volume 2 to somebody. But again, pick it up, read it.
He subbed the Geeks and Flix. Thank you,
Mike. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, other than that, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have all these graphics and stuff. Like Ben Buster can come on the show when we do animated stuff.
Speaking of great segue. Lead in, however you want to call it. Next week, I think Monday, we're going to be doing an evening with Ben Buster. He's going to be our next guest for our sit-down interview. I'm excited to talk to him. It's been a while since I've chatted with him. The last time I chatted with him. It was on 4KD Ray's one of the battles. So it's been a bit. So I'm excited for that. What do you got coming this week?
Ooh, what's it? I released. We hit 250 episodes on the Action Movie Guys podcast.
Oh, congrats!
So I put up episode 251. I forgot to put up 251, but I put it up today. Was Blade Trinity. We reviewed that.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we're gonna be reviewing. We got to record. Will be Dr. No. James Bond. Nate never seen none of the James Bonds with Sean Connery, so we're gonna be doing that for the month. And then it's Spy Game. So this month's theme is spy movie. So it's a whole spy thing. So it's Spy Game.
Spy Game with Eddie Murphy and
no. That's I Spy.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. The Spy Game is with Brad Pitt and Robert Redford.
Yeah,
and Tony
David
Scott.
Just watched that not too long ago.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing that movie. I never saw it, so we're gonna do that movie with Dr. No. Oh yeah, all right. So I gotta watch that before tomorrow's review. And then what's coming up? Wednesday's a boutique, which I think Nate just sent it to me because he goes, "You got mail." So it's Wednesday boutique label, and then Fridays are Out of the Theater with Nate. I forgot what movie he's gonna go see. And then Saturday I might do another unboxing, which be Nightmare Batman. I might open up Nightmare Batman statue.
Nice.
I've been dying to see him. But other than that, that's pretty much it on the channel. And then I can't wait for whenever we're gonna do our DC stuff.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, Wednesday. I thought today was Tuesday. Wednesday over on David's 4K, the 4K Lowdown. We got our By the Numbers at I want to say between 8 and 9. We haven't decided the time yet. Hopefully 8, maybe 8:30. But join us over at 4K Lowdown's channel for By the Numbers. We'll be talking some new movies, whether we liked them or hate them. And that's it. That's all I have. So thank you, Alex, again for taking the time for joining me to talk some comic books. Thank you, everybody that was in the chat watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your night because, people got families and you were just spending it with us. So thank you for that. And that's it, guys. God bless. Talk to you guys later.
Later.